Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is clearing a roster or making sure there's no loose ends. They don't want anything to be dramatic or disrespectful. They are cleaning house because they are getting ready to confess that what they want is a relationship, or they aren't interested in other people. They want to focus on you. They're a little bit nervous. They may not know if you're feeling the same way, but I think they want to kind of lead by example and let you know like they're not interested in connecting with other people. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of chime time. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box below. And I've also got a link down there for those of you that are interested to find out more about the 3 tiers I've got for membership. You can get additional shorts, additional live streams, and even monthly readings from me. But let's dive right in. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Bitchy Tata. How are we doing today? Oops, wrong thing. This is the Black Tarot. What else do we have? Nine of Swords in the reverse, 8 of Swords, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. This feels to me like somebody who wants to anticipate a concern or something that may cause you anxiety. It's looking like, I don't want you to worry about whether or not I'm seeing somebody else. So I'm just going to tell you flat out, like I deleted that app or those apps, or, I blocked my ex, whatever it is. This is somebody saying, I've got like, I've cleared it out. I don't have anything with anyone that, expects anything from me because what I want is you. They're feeling like they have to anticipate that conversation with you. Maybe there's a reason you would be concerned this person is not trustworthy, so they want to get ahead of that. What else? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, 5 of Swords, 7 of Spheres, or 7 of Swords, or sorry, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a habit that they've had in the past of taking too much time to exert themselves or express themselves when they want to actually move forward with somebody. So I feel like in the past they have kind of let things be a little bit more, do I want to say loosey-goosey? They haven't been as quick to pursue a committed relationship, and they've seen that cause problems before. But I also feel like this is somebody who's saying, I'm ready to upgrade this to the next level, but I don't want to overinvest in somebody if you're not interested in that. So it's kind of like where are you at? Are you on the same page? Hello, Kevin. How are you doing? Buenas tardes. Oh no. Be careful. So we've got the 2 of Cups in the reverse, the Emperor in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups. For some of you, this person who is falling in love with you wants to make sure that you have a better understanding of what happened with their last relationship. They may be giving you a heads up that this person from their past is possessive or jealous or a bit of a drama queen, or they may be kind of sharing with you what happened that caused them to be a little bit gun shy with relationships, but they're making it clear that they have feelings for you, or that they expect they're going to have feelings for you. They're not afraid of the feelings. They're, I think, more so wanting to make sure there are no communication issues, because those have caused some heartache in their past. Hello, Mike. How are you doing? Hello, Selena. Hello, Michael. What's going on? Fool in the reverse. 2 of Swords in the reverse and the 4 of Swords. They're a little bit nervous that when they make this decision that you won't be on the same page, you won't feel the same way, but there's also this acceptance of, if I've seen what I want in you and it's helped me to understand that these other people I had been talking to, or that this ex of mine that I needed to block is not what I want, then that's okay. I feel like this is an acceptance of, like, if you're not interested, it's still okay that I blocked those other people or I cut things off from those other people, because that's not what I want anyways. I can hack it by myself. I can have a great time by myself. So I do feel like this person's pretty mature with regards to emotions. This is the Egyptian Tarot. What else do we have? Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the 6 of Cups in the reverse. That is 3 sixes, because the Lovers, part of the major arcana, is number 6. Wow. If I don't choose to make my intentions clear and let you know that you're the one that I want, I fear maybe you'll get attention from someone else, or you'll suspect that I'm dealing with someone else. I think this is somebody who's saying, I want to approach this the right way. I want to come correct. And if I'm interested in a relationship, I've just got to, like, pursue it. I can't sit around and hope that things will miraculously fall into place. There's a little concern that if they don't make their intentions clear, they will lose you. So this is somebody who's standing up for what they want. Devil in the reverse. They're letting go of past connections or people who maybe it was more like there's a physical attraction, but not much more else than that. Hello, Voyager. How are you doing? King of Wands, 3 of Cups in the reverse. They also want to know if you're talking to other people. So they're going to end things with other people. They're going to, I almost said put you up on a pedestal, but I don't know if I like that phrasing. They're going to make it clear that you're the only one that they want to be with. But they also really want to know, like, are you still talking to other people? So there may be like that blank stare where they tell you what they've been doing, and then it's like, what about you? You too? No? They want to know what's up with you if you've decided that you want to be with them. We've got the 5 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the 5 of Wands. Uh-oh. This person may be choosing the wrong time. They may be telling you that they know it's you when you're still trying to work it out. I feel like there's still somebody you're interested in. So you don't know. You don't know if you should put your eggs in this basket. So yeah, this person tells you they've ended things with other people. They've decided like you are the only one they want, and you're still trying to figure out somebody else and see if you're more interested in this Emperor energy, or if you are interested in the other person you're talking to. Look, the other person you're talking to seems to me to be a little bit less serious. Otherwise, this Emperor is looking at you as, oh, maybe you're not as serious. We had 3 5s come out and 3 6s, each in their own row. So it looks to me like somebody's trying to establish something grounded or like build a foundation with you. And they're expressing that to you, kind of like motivates. It's like they light a little bit of a fire under your butt. And now you're like, okay, well, I guess I got to figure out, do I want to be with you or this other person? Okay. Let's see. This is What's the News? What else do we have? I just looked and it was 333. Lucky break, good fortune, good things coming, turning point. Red flagged, warning signs, take heed, risky situation, and wine and dine. Yeah, so we've got somebody who's feeling very lucky for having met you. They know that the other individuals they've been dealing with are red flagged. This is something I don't want to pursue long term. They feel like you're it, but you're out here, you still got somebody else that's interested in you. Hello, Corey. Hello, random user. Well, I would happily do a reading for you on that. Dreams can be very interesting. Graduation day. Swept up. Yeah, this person's falling in love with you. They're ready to be done with other people. They don't want to be single anymore. They want to be with you. And I feel like you're about to decide that, but you still have somebody else that you're thinking about. All right, tell me about this other person. This is the Love Oracle. That was the chemistry card in case you're curious. Hello, Pharaoh. What's going on? You're nervous about rejecting this person because you do see a positive future or possibilities with this person. So in other words, you have not ruled out this other person. You may know them less than the Emperor, who wants to make it official. This person who's coming back around, they have some reason to believe that you are maybe seeing somebody else. But they want to make things official, and you're concerned because there's somebody else here that you may want to see again, or somebody who's come back around perhaps from your past. And this Emperor is aware in some way of your being not fully focused on them, and they want to see if they can get you to focus on them. Hey, Carrie, how's it going? Hanged Man. King of Swords in the reverse. 8 of Pentacles. There's something about the person who is ready to commit to you that gives you pause. You're a little indecisive about this person. Maybe you feel like they're not quite honest with you. There's something here that the other person it's like they did something for the right reasons. They demonstrated that they were genuine. Whereas maybe this person who wants to get into a relationship with you is more about like talking about how they're a good person. One person talks about how they feel, another person shows how they feel. I mean, they probably both do both, but like, as far as who's more likely to do what, there's a difference here. So you may be drawn to this other person because you feel like they're more genuine or they communicate in a more honest way. Whereas this Emperor energy, it's like they don't always back up what they say. So some of you are nervous. This person's going to like dive right into a relationship with you, be very romantic or very like expressive about how you are their person. And then maybe they're just a very passionate individual. Some of you feel like this is somebody who would cheat. Like they may be making a big deal out of not being interested in other people right now, but are they going to be like loyal? Hey, Upper Echelon, how's it going? What else? Judgment. The Hermit. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Honestly, it doesn't feel like you're ready to make a decision. I feel like you're still trying to figure this out. And this person who wants maybe an answer, I think you may be getting to the point where you're wanting to say, I'm just like not ready for that right now. I appreciate that you're not interested in anybody else, but I do have to figure out what's going on between me and another person. And I don't think you get a very good reaction. I think this is somebody who believes if they tell you that they're focused on you, that you should return the favor. They feel like they're making you feel special and you make them feel like they're not special. So they wanted you to appreciate that more. They wanted you to be like thankful. They wanted you to be like over the moon, like, oh my God, you chose me. But it kind of feels to me like what you do is you end up saying, like, I really enjoy my time with you, but I haven't really gotten to that point yet. And I think they maybe take it a little personally, especially if there's something here about them knowing that you're talking to someone else or being aware that you've gone on a date with somebody else, something along those lines. They're a little jealous. Four of Wands. And the King of Cups. I do feel like this person wants a serious relationship, and I do feel like they have emotions for you. The thing is, I do think, how do I say this? This is somebody who really likes the chase. This is somebody who really likes hearing that somebody else is into them. So there's just a teensy little bit of like, maybe they're a little self-absorbed. Maybe just a little bit. So they don't like that you don't seem to be, I don't know, like obsessed with them, but maybe they also kind of view it as like a personal challenge. Like everybody gets obsessed with me. How are you not obsessed with me? Okay. How about a couple more days? We'll go to like my favorite restaurant and then we'll see if you're obsessed with me then. It's like they feel like it's only a matter of time. Hi, Jim. Hello, April. How's it going? Manipulation, decisions being influenced or exploited by outsiders, and settling, accepting less than you deserve. To be honest, this is starting to look to me like we've got this person telling you they have shut down the other conversations. They're not interested in anybody but you. But they're hoping this like grand gesture is enough for you to be all like excited and not acknowledge that this person is less than what you deserve. So don't let anybody rush you into a relationship. Resentment, hurt, and bitterness over unfair treatment. Games, playing games just to keep your attention. This is somebody who's mad that you are considering choosing someone else over them, and they will play games with you. I don't think this is a trustworthy person. Remember, they did come out with the Five of Swords a few times. So I think this is somebody who falls in love, starts relationships, has grand ambitions, and then does not do right by their person because they love it when people fall in love with them. They're addicted to love, not necessarily your love, and that can cause some problems. So, yeah, they want you to choose them, and they're telling you that they've chosen you, but I don't know, man. I think they just want to hear that you're falling in love with them. Hello, Vicky. How's it going? What else? The World and the Reverse. And the Three of Swords. Two of Cups in the reverse and the Chariot. Yeah, you feel like there's still unfinished business with the person who is not asking you to decide, and you're hesitant to break this person's heart or cut things off prematurely because you do feel like there's something there. With the Two of Cups in the reverse and the Chariot, it's like somebody's rushing you to end this. Somebody's pressuring you to make this decision. And I feel like you're like, you know what? I'm an adult. Like, let me make my decision in my own time. I appreciate that's what you want to do. I'm enjoying my time with you, but I'm not there yet. I'd really like to move at my own pace. Look, this is like at will employment. Doesn't work for you, you can walk away. Doesn't work for me, I can walk away. But I don't have to follow your rules. This is like getting to know each other, right? So if they try to like strong arm you into a relationship, I hope you know that that's a real strong justification for doing the opposite. Ten of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like they're love bombing you. They're trying to paint this really pretty picture. Like, we could live together. You could, I could make you dinner at night, whatever it is. This is somebody who's trying to make you pick them because they see that you're with someone else or that there's somebody else that you feel might be your pick. So I think this is like, if I could get them to think I want to be in an exclusive relationship, they would choose me. Death, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the reverse, Wheel of Fortune. But this is somebody who, once they get what they want, they go back to their old ways. So they say a lot, but they don't necessarily back up what they say. And I think mostly I am talking to people who appreciate integrity. Yeah. You see this person saying what they're saying, and I feel like in your heart of hearts, you're like, I wish I could believe you, but I just don't. Like, that's cute. Maybe if you say it a few more times, people will believe you. This is the Golden Lenormand. Hello, Dr. Emery. How we doing? 3, the ship. 23, the mice. They're rushing you. They're moving quickly because they feel like you are going to choose this other person. They don't like losing. They don't like the idea of you feeling that somebody else is a better match or somebody else is more attractive. I think this is all just like a manipulative tactic to get you to choose them so they feel really good about themselves and then they walk away or potentially cheat. You've got 3 cups energy. They want to have that good news. They want to feel like they were chosen. I feel like they just chase this love energy. They want people to fall in love. They want people to compliment them. They want to be the object of affection. But I would say this is somebody who probably has trouble having a night by themselves, you know, reading or dancing in the kitchen. This is somebody who always wants attention. And it's dangerous. Ooh, that was my knee. All right, this is the Gypsy Oracle. What else do we have? So we've got cheerfulness in the reverse and house in the reverse. This person loses their temper because they find out that you are not necessarily ready for what they want. And consolation in the reverse. And they don't want to be maybe chosen. So I feel like they overreact. They take it as a loss. Well, if you don't know already, then you're clearly not going to choose me. Merchant. This is somebody who's trying to control the situation. Thief in the reverse. Because they feel like they've put in enough time where you should do what they want and they don't want somebody else to steal you. I feel like this is possessiveness that is unhealthy, toxic. This is the Everyday Tarot. Hello, Carl. How are you doing? Eight of Swords in the reverse. 3 of Wands. The Moon in the reverse. I feel you go to have a conversation with this person and you realize that it's probably best for you to end this connection. And when you do that, you see their true colors, Moon in the reverse. You see that I think they're willing to be kind of nasty or say some really rude things to you. And it just validates that you made the right choice in terms of walking away from this. You see how they're really willing to talk to you and that this was really just all about, I want to make you mine and have that ability to say I won or have you choose me over somebody else. And then I probably won't choose you. Ace of Pentacles. Death in the reverse and Queen of Swords. But you're too smart for this. I think you see through this person's illusion. You know that they're offering something too soon. It feels to you like they're not being sincere. So with the Queen of Swords, you have boundaries. You either say, I'm not able to make that choice right now, or if that's what you require of me, then maybe we should part ways. They don't expect you to handle it the way that you do, but it's probably because they haven't spent a lot of time around a boss. You are not easily manipulable. They can't manipulate you. All right. We've got the 10 of Wands in the reverse, the 9 of Cups in the reverse, and the Emperor. They're like, okay, well, if you want me, you're going to have to choose me now. I'm going on clearance right now. I'm going to get sold if you don't pick me up off that shelf right now. And you're like, okay, toodaloo. Have a great time. I'm not choosing you. They are not able to push you into what they want. They're not able to pressure you into choosing them or giving up this other person. So it just kind of blows up in their face a little bit. Mostly because they show who they really are by like how they handle this conversation. Maybe you find out that they've been like trying to spy or been watching too closely on your social media. Wayfarer and spectrals. Contemplation, search for truth, inner guidance, and introspection. Discernment, critical thinking, investigation, and insight. So you're able to look within to understand better how you feel about this person and perhaps that other person that you're also interested in. And in that effort, you also begin to realize this person isn't necessarily being transparent or honest with you, and that maybe what you'd really like to do is cut loose the person who's really like pursuing this relationship with you. With the visionary, there's something about your energy this person really likes. I feel like they want to show you off, but it's not in a healthy way. It's like they want to show people that they won. Confident, self-assured, passionate, self-worth, and vivacious. So what they like about you is kind of like rooted in making themselves look good and not necessarily about that actual like connection. Hello, Miss Princess. How are you doing? Let's see. What else should we get? This is the Beginner's Tarot. Hello, Girl Gone. How are you doing? What else? Chariot in the reverse, Fool in the reverse. Page of Swords in the reverse. So they tell you you're the only one for them. They feel like you're going to buy it. You're going to believe it. You feel that they're not being genuine with you. You feel like their actions don't match their words. And with the Two of Wands, you're like, I don't know, man, I'm kind of leaning towards that other person because they actually like seem like they believe what they say. Ten of Wands in the reverse, Hanged Man in the reverse, and the High Priestess. Yep, that's your energy. So this pursuit of a relationship or getting you to stop talking to other people really just makes it clear for you that you are not interested in continuing to see this Emperor energy. Seems like they're jealous or possessive, or they're just a little bit obsessed with you not talking to other people. And you're not entirely certain that they've stopped talking to other people. Maybe you see them interacting while you're hanging out together. But I think you just start to feel pretty confident that this person is a liar. And I feel like you tell them. I think you tell them, you know, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not sure if that's what you have to offer, but I might have to get to know this other person a little bit more because they seem to be better aligned to what I'm looking for. But I wish you the best. I think you shock this person by deciding not to go with them, and they were really expecting you to be like over the moon, super flattered that they wanted to be committed to you. This is the Golden Art Nouveau. Nice. Nine of Wands. King of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Some of you were like, I choose neither of you. Some of you were like, both of you make me look bad. Get out of here. You're not one to let somebody just like impose a relationship on you. So the fact that this person thought they could just like kind of rush you into making this decision, I mean, in a way they did. They made it so that you chose not to be with them because they were being disrespectful. So I guess, you've proven people can't really like control you. This person's frustrated because they thought they could make this decision for you, but instead, you decided to end things with them. And um, I think they're going to come back around. I think this is somebody who really hates to lose. They don't want people to talk about how they got rejected. They're going to try to find some way to get you to choose them for their own ego. And I don't know if that's something that they can really get done. Lovers in the reverse, Three Wands in the reverse, King of Cups in the reverse. You're like, no, you are so not it. I don't think they could convince you to fall in love at all. You've seen that they're manipulative. You've seen that they just like wanted something for the wrong reasons. Queen of Wands in the reverse, you may hear from somebody who has dated them in the past and they're like, oh, please no, that cannot trust that person at all. High Priestess in the reverse, or you just know. You have that intuition, you trust it. They can't convince you to believe that they're actually like legit. All right, this is the character oracle. What else? Keeper of epic tales, ballads, legends, navigator of destiny, voyage, leadership, decision-making, objective. Bearer of gifts, extraordinary intellect, innovative mind, exceptional ability, and seer of the unseen, foresight, insight, cosmic connection. Obviously, this divine energy or seer of the unseen, that's the high priestess energy that you possess. So they underestimated your intellect. They might think very highly of themselves where it concerns intelligence and expected you just to follow whatever directions they gave or not fight against the current, but you are not one to just like do as you're told, right? So this is a very charming person. They feel like they've got a lot of people that are interested in them and that you would be kind of like lucky to be with them, but you're too smart for this. You see what's really going on. They just want to like stroke their ego and you're like, sorry, I'm busy. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. Lemonade, how's your day? Lemonade, don't worry. I'll be back for another one. I'm going to eat though, so probably in like 45 minutes, maybe hour. Separation and religious factors. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. You are the high priestess. You see through this person's illusions. You're not interested in somebody who is unreliable or likes to sell you a dream and then falls short on that, because I feel like this is somebody who's saying all these romantic things, really wanting you to believe that there's this long-term connection or, everything would be great. They're totally in love with you, but they love falling in love. They want other people to fall in love with them too. Pay attention to the red flags. Yep. But you're on it. You're the high priestess. I trust you. You got this. All right. I'm going to go eat some food. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And thank you for the likes and subscribes if I forgot that part. Toodles.